Welcome. Hi, my name is Kelly and this is Maxwell. Come here. How is everyone? Thank you for showing up for yoga with me. Today's class will fuel our work and movement with thoughtfulness and building heat progressively. We're going to start seated on the mat. So get your mat squared away comfortably, conveniently to view. And let's get started. What's wrong, Maxwell? I think that was a little bit off. I hate it when I look at the video and I see that my mat was not angled correctly. Oh, thank you, Betsy. How are you? And Charlene, welcome. You want to go out? Okay, I'm going to let you out today. Not that I don't ever. All right, so let's get started. Seated, get comfortable, put something underneath your tush if you need to. It's a little more comfortable sitting up a little bit higher than your knees. So just reach up and stretch and feel your body reaching up, feel the sides, and then let's lean over. So when you lean over, walk your hand out along the floor like that, right? Reach, and then point your elbow down, reach the opposite arm up and over. Keep your hip on the other side or the glute on the other side down. So just reach up and over. So let's moderately, progressively move into the practice, building some heat. Inhale and reach up, and we're just going to twist. So windmill the hands over and look over your shoulder, and then inhale and reach up, dynamically moving, turning your chest or your chin towards the shoulder. Inhale and reach up, bring your hands behind your hips and feet on the floor, and windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And then cross the opposite direction, the opposite way, the non-default way. Now let's reach up and over again. Walk your hand out, reach the arm up and over your ear and look up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulder back. Inhale, walk over to the other side, look up, and then reach over. And then turn. Hand on the outside of your leg, look over your shoulder. And then look center, and then look the other way. I just realized I forgot one piece of my production, my process, and then center. So again, bring your feet in front and windshield wiper your knees side to side. So while you're doing that, I'm going to put my music on. If you want to put on some music, go ahead. I'm putting on, I think I have shared with you guys my yoga playlist. So I'm going to put that on. So windshield wipering side to side. And that was seamless, thank goodness. Okay, so now we're going to lie back on your mat, all the way back. Let the upper back settle down. Feel the coolness of your mat on the back of your shoulders. Back of your head flat on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest, becoming present in your practice. Let's extend the legs out straight on the floor and just let your arms relax onto the mat. Close your eyes for a moment. Setting your intentions for your practice, for your movement today. My suggestion is to progress with me. Just try as we move through from pose to pose. And kind of like our mantra has been this week, every day is a new day and a new beginning. So what will this new day bring? What new and interesting things will develop or happen? A new day, a new beginning. Bring your knees into your chest. Open your eyes. Make your legs. Have your legs 90 degrees. Press your hands into the top of the thighs. And make sure your shoulders are evenly on the floor. Press your hands into the thighs and then press your thighs into your hands. Abs automatically contract right there, just resisting against the hands against the thighs. Isometric contraction, then start to flex your feet. Notice what that does. It changes the move or the contraction just slightly. Pressing, keep pressing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now extend the legs up straight. Reach your hands, your fingers behind your hamstrings and give your hamstrings a massage. Reach up behind the knees and then grab your calves and squeeze. Give them a hug with your hands. It just feels good. Give yourself a little massage. And then legs straight, palms on the floor. Lower your right leg just about halfway and then lift up. And left leg halfway and then lift up. Flex your feet. You can press your palms into the floor. Lift up. Lower and lift. So do that on the right and then the left. And now reach your right hand for your left foot and touch, and then lower. Then do left, lower, and then right, lower. Lift your left hand, touch your right toes. Boop. And then lower down your head. Right leg, scissor, left leg, up, and boop. And then lower, left, and then right. And then left hand over to the right. Boop. And let's do it again. Left and right. Right hand up to left and lower. Left and right. Right, left hand over to the right. Touch. So your blades come up. Let's do it again. Right and then left. Now this time lift the hip and the shoulder up. Boop. And lower. I think it's left and right. Lift your hip and your shoulder up, 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 and lower. Let's do it again. Right and left. Lift your hip and shoulder up, and then lower, and then do it last time. 1, 2, and boop, up, and lower. Good. Now bring your knees into your chest and give yourselves a hug. Lift your shoulders off the floor and come into a tight ball. Spreading your blades apart. Flex your feet. Inhaling and exhaling. And then straighten your legs and start to roll up and tap your toes. Straighten your legs and roll back and tap. Do that again. Let's do it 2 more times because we're getting good at it, right? 1 more. And then you're going to cross your legs, come onto your hands and your knees. We're going to come right into downward facing dog. So lift your hips up, look back behind you. So I called this class Better Than Takeout because as I was kind of practicing and putting it together last night, pedal your heels, I was thinking, I want you to move through our practice kind of like You know, when you get takeout, it was really good, you didn't have to cook anything, and it was not much to clean up. So I want you to think of the practice as being playful and fun like that. Nothing to really worry about afterwards. Just flow. We'll progressively move and warm up the body. So right there, shift forward into plank. Let's build some heat. Press into your hands, separate your feet. So progressively tapping your shoulders with your shoulder with your right hand, so you'll come up on your fingertips, keep your hips level, tap your left shoulder. Now come up onto the left fingertips first, hips level, tap your right shoulder. So very slowly, controlled, fingers, tap, set your hand down. Keep your hips level, fingers, tap, set it down. Again, fingers, tap, set it down. Abs in, on your fingers, tap, set it down. Downward facing dog. So your feet are wide right here. Good. Now come forward into plank again. We're going to make it a little harder. All right, so feet placed wider than you might otherwise. Press into your fingers. Now come up onto your right fingertips and lift your left leg. And then lower. Right palm firm on the floor. On your left fingertips, lift your right leg and then lower. Good. All right. Left palm firm on the floor, right fingertips, and then you're going to lift your left leg and lower. Left side, right leg, and then lower. Now let's try to lift at the same time. So right fingertips, lift your foot, then lift your hand, and then lower. Okay? So then left fingertips, firm in your right hand, right foot up, reach your left arm, and lower. Good. Let's do it one more time on each side. Okay, so fingertips, left foot, reach, and then lower. Super hard, you guys. Left hand, right foot, reach, and then lower. Excellent. Child's pose for a moment. Put your forehead down and bring the arms to your sides. So your shoulders just kind of roll forward. Big toes touch underneath you, glutes to your heels. Now bring the hands beside your face. Walk your hands forward. Lift up your knees, downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. So once your feet are right beside your hands, bend your knees and fold all the way over. Have your ribs resting just on the top of the thighs, so your knees are slightly bent. Then reach your hands behind your ankles and start to straighten your legs. Maybe you straighten one at a time, right? So how stiff are you feeling today? Take that into account. So be mindful, thoughtful in the practice. That thoughtfulness fueling your movement. Straighten your legs, hands at your shins, lengthen the head forward. Then exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Stretch up to the sky. Bring your arms to your sides. Dristi, your focal point is straight forward. Find something to look directly at. Keep your focus right there. Bend your knees and bend your hips into a chair position or a quarter squat position. Keep your focus right where it is, forward. Lift your right leg up and bring it over the left leg, eagle legs. So keep your dristi right there where it is, your focal point. Then try to sneak your toes maybe behind or lift your toes up. Right toes. Now bring the right arm underneath your left. Keep your focal point right there. Focus and lowering down, eagle pose, breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Fluctuations happening constantly. Feel the body alive. Good. Now from here, reach your arms out to the side. right to the side. Good. Lift your right leg up, and now you're just going to bring the leg back like you're going to go into a curtsy. Keep the left knee over your ankle, like curtsy. If you need to, set your toes down. Otherwise, keep your foot up, feeling that, building some heat. Lift up and set your foot down. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Focal point. That helps so much. Focusing in on one thing at a time, right? So no, sink down first, look forward. Multitasking. We are focusing on that forward position, whatever is in front of you. Now lift your left leg up and over, keep your gaze forward. Sneak your toes around the back side of your leg if you can. Sweep your left arm under your right. And then reach your forearms forward. Keep your focal point. Relax the shoulders. Fluctuations happen. Lower down. Welcome them. Sink your glutes towards your heel. Now bring the arms out to the side, lift up your knee, and here's our curtsy in the air. Reach the leg back and then over, lower or bend your knees, touch your toes down if you need to, then lift up, lift up, lift up, set your foot down. Excellent. Inhale and reach. Then exhale and fold over, sun salutation A. Inhale, half lift. Plant your hands, step back. Go from plank, shifting forward, lower down, lift up into crescent pose. Press your hands lightly into the floor. Press your feet back there into the floor. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Look forward and bend your knees. Walk your feet to your hands. Maybe it's a few steps this first time, or one. Look forward, lengthen, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. On your breath, exhale, fold. Sun salutation A. Half lift forward, left leg and right leg go back. High plank, lower down, chaturanga. Flip your feet, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Step to your hands. Lengthen the head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Sun salutation B. Surya Namaskar B. Roll the shoulders up and back. And then reach forward, chair pose. Weight is in your heels in chair pose. Your abs are in. Draw your shoulders back. So you don't have to squat really low here. Main thing is just engaging the glutes. Lengthen the lower back. So don't let your back arch right here. You want to lengthen, kind of not rolling the tailbone under, but just engaging your abs. Now exhale and fold. Lengthen your head forward, plant your hands, step back to plank, lower down, upward facing dog or cobra, chest up, shoulders back, exhale, downward facing dog. So a little variation. Inhale, right leg up. So lift that leg up, bend your knee, and I just want you to squeeze in that flexion position. Squeeze by bringing your heel to your glute with your strength. So as if you were reaching back and pulling your heel to your glute, instead using your strength to do that. So actively stretching with flexion in the knee joint. All right, so now simply just step your right foot beside your right hand on the outside. Look forward. We're going to come back to downward facing dog and then change sides. So left leg up. And if your foot only comes, let's say halfway, I still want you to look forward so you get that stretch on your hip on the other side. Bring it back, downward dog. We're going to repeat that over and over 6 times. So right leg, right foot forward, look, and then back. So try to smoothly get your foot forward beside your hand. So when you bring the foot forward, You keep your hips up high as you reach the foot. That's how you get your foot forward. Bring it back. And then left side. So if your hips drop before your foot comes forward, then you don't have enough space. So that's the key to stepping forward. Left foot. So we're stepping on the outside. Look forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Right leg up, right foot forward, look. Exhale back. Left leg, left foot forward. Excellent. Look forward, bend your knees, step to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. So let's take advantage of being standing up or standing up and then not being on our hands. Rotate right there. Rotate the other way, but stay in the chair pose. Looking forward, other way. Reverse. Beautiful. Inhale, stand tall. Exhale, your arms to the side. Sun salutation B. Inhale. Exhale, fold with warrior 1. Half lift, look forward. Step back. Shift forward, lower down. Up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. And step your right foot forward. I was just realizing we missed flexion at the left knee joint. We'll come back to that next time around, okay? So reaching, arms up from behind and then back. And as you do that, make those micro adjustments, the knee over your ankle. Look forward, dristi, your focal point, hands behind your back, humble warrior. So clasp the hands, reach the knuckles towards the back leg, and then bow forward. When you bow forward, reach the arms away from your back. Bring your chest just hovering right over the forward leg and lift up. And then maybe you can balance, pressing into your feet well, bring the chest on the inside of that right leg, and then lift up. So progressing, look forward, and then lower, dristi now at the floor, and then maybe behind. Excellent. Inhale, reach up. Bring your hands to the floor, and let's vinyasa. So plank, shift, chaturanga, or to the floor. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, so here's where we'll make up for that miss. Lift your left leg up. In 3-limb dog, bend your left knee. Oh, feel your quad right there, right? So you're reaching that left heel towards the back of the mat. Really flex that at the knee joint. And continue to pull the heel in towards your glute as if you were grabbing your ankle. But you're not, right? Obviously. Then extend the leg straight, good. And step your left foot forward, coming to warrior 1. So put your right heel down, reach the arms from behind. And you can gaze down, look forward, find your focal point, gaze forward, relax the shoulders, pull your front ribs in, and then make the adjustment of drawing that right side forward, left side back. Reaching up and behind you, humble warrior, clasp the hands, palms together, reach the knuckles down towards the floor first, and as you exhale, bow forward, reach the arms away from your back, knee over your ankle in the front, that helps with stability, and then lift up. Let's do that 3 times. Exhale, bow, and this time maybe your chest comes right on the inside of your leg. Keep pressing into your feet, reach the arms, lift. Do that again. So your focal point changes to the floor, and then maybe to the rear, reach the arms away, and then lift up. Beautiful. Unclasp your hands and reach up. Vinyasa, right here. Hands to the floor, building some heat. Lower down, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Coming to crescent pose. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Keeping your hips squared so your toes point down. In fact, look back and see your toes. Your legs should not disappear. Your toes shouldn't disappear. Bend your knee, bring the thigh in towards your belly. Shift forward, step your foot between your hands, crescent pose. Inhale, reach up. Great. Now we're gonna add a twist to this, but just mindfully. Left arm forward, right arm back. Turning your body to the right side. Straighten your left leg. And then keep your arms straight. Reach the right hand back. Tap the hamstring on the, is that the left leg? Left leg back there. And then reach over. Windmill the hands to the floor. Go to downward facing dog or vinyasa. So sometimes I think that it can be helpful to skip the vinyasa to keep focus. But if you need the heat, then of course go through those vinyasas. So left side, inhale. Press the floor away. Then bend your knee, bring the thigh towards your belly, then shift forward, step your foot to your hands, separate your feet, reach up, crescent pose. Reach your right arm forward, left arm back, looking to the left side. So this left hip, you're going to use your hand and pull it down or press back into it. Extend the right leg and look back. Good. Reaching your arms. Straighten the leg. Beautiful. Now bring the hand behind that right thigh. Reverse. Sweep over. Hands to the mat. Let's go through vinyasa or downward dog. So maybe you don't need to be distracted by a vinyasa and just go directly into downward dog. That's completely fine. Coming to the same place again. Inhale, right leg up. Right foot forward. Step it in. Crescent pose. Inhale, reach. Bring your hands to your heart. Look forward. Knee over ankle. When you have your knee over your ankle, your balance is better. You have more grounding with that type of, or having that placement. So hands to your heart. You're going to lean forward and lift up your left leg. So just lift up, up, up. Warrior 3. So similar as to the crescent pose, reach your left arm forward and your right arm back. So straight line. Leg and arm straight. Tip your chest forward. Now bend your right knee. Good. Set your foot down. Reach your left arm up. And then sweep your hand down to the floor. Vinyasa or downward dog. So we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Up dog, exhale, down dog. Left leg up, left foot forward, crescent pose. Take a moment, hands to your heart, shoulders roll back, set up comfortably. Now, lean forward, slide your foot, lift up, warrior 3. So stabilizing, pressing into all 4 corners of that standing leg, that foot. Reach your left arm and your right. Change sides. So right arm forward, left arm to your side. Reaching that right leg straight back. Bend your knee and then lift up. Good. Set your foot down. Inhale, reach. Then exhale your hand down to the floor. Press your hands into the floor. Vinyasa. Lower and lift up through. Exhale back. Beautiful. Look forward. Bend your knees. Step to your hands. Look forward. Lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. feet together. So going through eagle pose again. Dristi, where are you looking? Concentrate on that place. Let's do arms first. Right arm underneath your left. Lift your right foot up, bring it over the left, and squeeze those legs in. Lift your toes. Keep your dristi. Point your elbows forward, sink your glutes down a little farther towards your heel. Find steadiness if you can, being okay with a little quivering. Relax the shoulders. And now unwind the arms out to the sides. Boom. Lift your knee up. Then bring, like you're going into a curtsy lunge, bring your leg behind, the right knee behind the left calf. Bend your knee and then lift up and then set your foot down. Let's do the other side. Same thing. Building strength in the hip and the glute with that structured movement, skilled movement. Inhale, reach. Practicing. Left arm underneath your right. Reach your elbows forward. Then reach the left foot up and over. Toes off the floor. Reach around. Accepting a little quivering fluctuation in the body. Reach the forearms forward. Lower down your glutes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift your knee. Up. Then arms to the side. Bam. Bring the leg back. Curtsy without touching down if possible. So your knee comes behind the calf. Look forward. Dristi. Forward. Lift it up. And set your foot down. Beautiful job. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Lengthen your head forward. Float back or step back. Let's vinyasa. And we'll begin again. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Reach your right leg up. Step your right foot forward. Forward. Inhale, crescent pose. Then reach your left arm forward, right arm back. So putting those two poses together, twisting crescent pose. Then inhale, reach. Hands to your heart, warrior three. Lift. Reach your left arm, right arm back. Tip your chest forward, take a breath in. Then exhale, set your foot down. Reach both arms up. Exhale your hands to the floor. Downward dog or vinyasa. So if you're in downward dog, keeping your focus, waiting for the next side, take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, left leg up. Good, set your foot between your hands and lift up, crescent pose. Right arm forward, left arm back. Twist. Lift up your waistline, pull in your front ribs. Good. Now reach up, bring your hands to your heart. Warrior three. Lift. Reach your right arm forward, left arm back. Tip your chest forward, straighten your leg. Then bend your left knee, set your foot down. Inhale, reach both arms up. Bring your hands to the mat. Downward dog. Staying focused. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Stay here for a moment. Let's turn your toes out. Let's move in a different plane. Bend your knee, opening up the thigh, the hip flexors. So notice your left elbow will probably bend right here. I want you to straighten that arm, pressing equally into your hands. Now extend the leg straight, knee to your right elbow. Then lift up. And then turn your toes out and bend your knee. Press into your thumbs, you guys, your index fingers, knee to elbow. So you're engaging the muscles in the arms. Do it one more time, twist. And this time, step your right foot forward, crescent pose. Same pose, inhale, reach up and over, and twist. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, warrior three. Left arm forward, right arm back. And now reach your left hand down for a block or the floor. Revolved half moon. So you can bring your hand to your hip first and then start to open up your body to the side. Then reach your right arm up. Straighten your left leg. Right arm straight. Breathe. Abs in. Beautiful job. Let's add on one more pose. Let's do a seated pose. Bring your hand to the floor. Bend your left knee. Tap the back of your calf. And then extend the leg up and look forward. Do that tap again before we come to a seated position. Do it one more time. Tap and then reach. Now bring your shin to the floor. Seated twist. Sit on the mat. So your foot is beside your knee. Square to the front of your mat. Looking forward. And you want to lead with pressing the thigh down. So your left thigh. I'm sweating. It's humid here in Brentwood, Tennessee. So, and then fingertips behind your hip. And then grab your right thigh and turn. So what I've learned in twist pose is that you have to be, especially when you're seated, you need to be very careful of your lower back, the SI joint. So the turn comes from the pelvis. You don't have to feel like you've got to ground your sitting bones down, but just turn gradually. You're turning from the middle of your body and allowing for your hip, your sitting bones, to have a little movement as you turn. And now let's come out the same way we came in, right? Exit strategy. I like that. Put your foot on the floor. Make sure it's on the floor. Press into this leg that's underneath you, the one that I said you needed to ground as you turned, right? So then you're going to lift, press, hands onto the floor. Before you step your leg back, standing split. Leg up, tip your head forward. Can you lift your hands off the floor? Maybe. Set them down if you need to. Can you grab behind your right ankle? Maybe just take one point of contact off. Maybe the left. Straighten that left leg. Breathe. Excellent. Now, playful. Bring your hands to the mat. Hop your right foot to the center of the mat. No handstands, but just hop to that place, right? So press into your hands and float up. Do it again. So left leg is straight. Right knee is like a spring. And you're spring up. Up. Do it again. Little hop. One more time. Legs back. Vinyasa. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. Pedal your heels. Let's do the other side. Left leg up. Stamina. Now turn your toes out. Straighten the right arm. Bend your knee. Opening up the pelvis, the hip. Push the floor away. Reach that right heel to the floor. Extend the leg straight. Knee to left elbow. Touch. Lift up. Turn and bend. Extend straight. Knee to elbow. Excellent. Up, turn, and bend, extend. Now step your left foot through. Crescent pose. Bring it on up. Reach your right arm forward, left arm back. You're doing great. Last round, okay? Now, windmill. Lift up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Breathe. And now bring your right hand down to the floor. I need to move back just a little bit. So right hand down, revolved half moon. Grab your left hip, push that. Push your hand into the hip. Leg is straight, toes pointing down. Reach your left arm up. Press into the right hand to open up the chest. Toes still point down, or point your toes away. Breathe. Good. Shoulders away from your ears. Nice. Now bring your hand to the floor, left hand to the floor. Tap the back of your calf 3 times. So round your back right there, bring your nose to your knee, and then straighten and look forward. Do it again. Tap and reach. Again. One more time. Put your shin on the floor. Seated twist. Square to the front of the mat. And you're going to press down into this right leg and reach around and grab your knee and turn your body using the leg as a resistance to revolve our turns. But sit up straight. So no hunching over, right? You want to sit up tall. Don't let it take your breath away. If you're twisting so much that your breath is super labored because of the twist, you need to back off. You should be able to breathe. There's a little constriction of the breath, but the ability to smooth out your breathing and be able to talk is important. If you're out of breath because of the twist, then untwist just a little bit, right? So mindfulness, thoughtfulness in your practice. It's your body after all, not mine. I'm just suggesting what to do. Okay, so exit strategies. You ready? Here's our exit strategy. You're going to press into your foot, press into your shin. Lift, hands to the floor, standing split. Right leg up. Tip your head forward. Maybe you can bring your nose to your knee and touch. Hands on the floor. Lift them up. Just try. Lift the leg. Maybe you can bring your right hand off the mat or left. One point of contact, maybe both. All right, playfulness, hands on the mat, up to the center. So remember, left leg is a spring, right leg is a lever, so it's straight. And your weight comes onto your hands as you hop and float it up. So really press firmly. Do that 4 times. 2. Soft landing. Excellent. Vinyasa. Forward. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat. Feet out wide. Sink down into a yogi squat. Hands on the inside of your knees. We're going to lie back on the mat. So use your hands to lower down. So we're going to go on our back first. Come back to seated position. And then on our belly for a moment. For bow pose. So on your back, bring your right knee into your chest. Hug that leg in. Usually I save this for the end of class, but I thought, let's have a little break for a moment and then we'll resume the other facing the mat. Now bring the knee across the body to the left for a light stretch. Reach the right arm over to the right. Feel that in your lumbar spine or the back of your right hip. Looking over to the right. Maybe you want to straighten your leg out. Then bend your knee over your hip. Change sides. Arm to the side. Bring it over. And then extend straight. Look over to the left. And then look up, bend your knee, bring it up. Grab your shins, come into a tight ball, reaching the arms around the legs. Give yourselves a hug. Nose to your knees, or chin to your knees. And now let's rock and roll up 3 times. 2, one more. Up, hands on the floor in front of you. Come onto all fours. And then walk your hands forward, a few handprints, and your knees back, and then lower down to your belly on the mat. I could have said just come to your belly, right? All right. Put your forearms on the floor. Lift up your chest in Sphinx pose. In Sphinx pose, the tendency is to lift the feet. Don't do that. Press your toes into the floor. Press them to your forearms. And claw the mat, right? Abs contracted. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then lower down. Bend your knees like that. And now point your toes. Reach your arms as if you were going to grab your ankles, but you're not. Okay? Then lift your thighs, lift your chest. Point your toes up. So an active contraction, pulling the heels towards the glutes. Lift up your chest. And then lower down. Put your forearms on top of each other. Put your forehead down. Now let's do one side at a time. Left forearm on the floor. Lift up your chest. Got that? Check, check. Then bend your right knee. Reach around and grab with your right hand. Then press your foot into your hand to lift the thigh. So one side, half bow, and then lower. Let's change sides. So right forearm down, press into the forearm so that lifts your chest just a little bit so that you can bend your knee and reach back for your left foot. Press your foot into your hand, thigh up. And then lower. Alternate that if that's what you prefer to do. Otherwise, let me cue you to grabbing both ankles at the same time. So just take a moment. And then start to lift your chest up. Now your focal point is just slightly forward across the floor. Don't look to the sides or don't look straight down. Just a slight gaze forward. Don't crane the neck. Reach your arms to your sides. Shoulders pull back, chest lifting up, abs contracted. Bend your knees, reach for your feet. Then as you inhale, that inflating the lungs, you'll lift or press the feet into the hands, lifting your body. And as you breathe, you'll feel that rocking motion. It's okay, it's all natural. Press your feet into your hands, inhaling and exhaling. So your knees stay pointing straight away from you. Don't let your legs splay. One more breath. And then exhale, let that go. Stack your arms. And breathe. Let's do it one more time. So if you were doing half bow, then go to the other side. So lift up your chest, abs contracted. Pull in your abs really, really strongly. Then lift your chest as you breathe in. Exhale, inhale, and then push the hands or the feet into the hands, drawing your shoulders back. Here's your bow. Lift the thighs, abs in, and then lower. Super good job. Bring your arms to the mat. Flopping on the mat. Place your hands along your sides. Pull your elbows in towards your body. Lift up. And bring your right leg underneath you for pigeon pose. So right leg, knee points to the outside edge of the mat, and then slide your left leg back. So inch that leg back, feel the stretch in your hip flexor over here, and then press this leg into the floor. Stay up top for a moment. Stay up. Press your hands into the floor, look forward. Keep pressing into the left foot, the big toe specifically, so your left foot doesn't sickle or turn out to the side. Walk down to your forearms. Feel the length of your spine as you do that. You may feel your tightening around your knee and your hip. Maybe you want to move the knee out further, directed towards the outside edge of the mat to protect your knee. And then point your toes into the mat, or flex the toes into the mat, and then reach your arms forward. 5 breaths. Walk your hands beside your face, lift up your head, look forward, tuck your toes. We're going to lift up the right leg in a 3-limb dog so you can stretch it out away from you. And then lift your left leg up, left knee, pigeon pose. And then look forward, walk the right leg back straight, point your heel up. Stay up for a moment. Breathe. This knee points to the side, so your shin becomes potentially more parallel to the front of the mat. Doesn't have to be exact, whatever feels right, but you're getting a good stretch in your hip, knee, then lower down. And as you reach the arms, then your shoulders, stretching forehead down. Keep pressing into the leg underneath you. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale. And now lift up. 3-limb dog. And then we'll do a brief shoulder stretch. And then lower. All right, so now I'm going to turn facing you so you can see what we're doing. And I'll mirror you. So right leg first to the right side like that. So this is a shoulder stretch. You can also do it with knees down and just threading through like that, right? But I like this particularly because it stretches the leg, the inner thigh, along with the shoulder. So you'll just reach your right arm out, or left arm, this side arm, and then point your fingertips towards your foot, and then set your shoulder down and your temple on the floor. So your tush is reaching back towards that right heel, and then the back of your back of your arm that's on the floor is on the mat, and then reach the freed arm up and over, and put your hand on your back, the back of your hand. Pull your elbow in towards your body. Place your hand on the floor. Lift up your head. Set your foot down or knee down. Opposite side. Foot on the sticky mat, flat back first, and then you want to reach the arm side, opposite side of your leg that's out, and reach underneath, fingertips point towards your foot. So the back of your arm and hand on the mat, and then the arm that's freed, or the other arm, bring it around, put your hand on your lower back, the back of your hand, and then pull your elbow in. You can close your eyes or keep them open. Feel the stillness, steadiness of your breathing, of this comfortable stretch. Reach your hand to the floor, push and lift up. And now we're going to sit on the mat in a wide angled stretch. So legs are out, sit up tall, press into your heels, bring your hands to the top of your knees, so you're sitting up tall. Bring your legs in if it's too much, if you're too far of an angle. But if it feels like a comfortable, you're stretching, you're reaching to like an edge, stay there. Then walk your hands forward. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Walk your hands forward more. Then maybe you can put your forearms down, flat back, look down. So flex your feet, press your heels into the floor. Then bring your hands in, grab your knees, pull your legs in towards each other, bottom of your feet together, knees are to the sides. Grab your ankles and just sit up tall and look up. And look forward, cross your ankles, cross your legs comfortably, and close your eyes. Hands at the top of your legs, turn your palms up. You can make a drishti with your hands. Not drishti, that was the wrong word. Hand position, the word is escaping me. Bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Relax the shoulders, eyes are closed. Take a deep inhale. Cleansing breath of air, filling the lungs, and then exhale that out. Inhale, a new day. And exhale, new beginnings. Bring your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart. Press firmly. Inhale, a new day. Exhale, new beginnings. Bring the palms together to the mind's eye, the third eye. Lightly touching, making that connection. Feeling thanks, feeling gratitude for our ability to practice and take care of ourselves and others. The light in me honors the light in you. Edge of the hands to the heart. Bowing your chins. Namaste. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day today, or whatever time of day it is you're doing this class. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.